Jason, so wonderful to have you at our conference. So please tell us about yourself and why you are joining our SAIR kickoff.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me. What a great event with just such amazing attendees and a great community. So my name is Jason. I'm a partner at Andreessen Horowitz on the infrastructure investing team. Our definition of infrastructure is quite broad, but we invest across developer tooling, foundational AI infrastructure, and of course scientific tooling as well. So we're very excited to be here.
Well, excellent. From your perspective, how important is organizations such as SAIR to help shape how we think about and build AI for scientific discovery?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think fundamentally a big reason that we as a team are interested in AI for science today is we're actually at a very exciting point in time where, of course, fundamentally AI and the capabilities through AI are enabling new forms of scientific discovery, but it's also a self-fulfilling loop where sort of new scientific breakthroughs are then going back and impacting AI. So it really feels like we're at sort of this one-of-a-kind moment to sort of build and invest in new technologies. And so I think the reason we're so excited by an organization like SAIR is that it's fundamentally a community that bridges together folks in the research community together with companies, enterprises, and I think that's where a lot of the valuable sort of connections and idea generation happens. So we're very grateful that an organization like SAIR exists.
Excellent. Well, on a related note, SAIR's core mission is to bridge AI for science and science for AI. How can our organization to meaningfully accelerate progress in the AI area?
Yeah, I think fundamentally a lot of the advancement comes from the bottoms up, right? So any sort of support as a community we can give to researchers, to labs, to communities, folks are sort of doing the good work and sort of pushing the frontier of new discovery. That'll sort of push the broader field forward. And so again, I touched on the community piece. I think that's honestly the most important in sort of moving the entire community forward. So I'm very excited by that.
Oh, yep. Very good. Yep. Well, we're of course very glad that to have an investor like yourself joining us as well. So at a16z, what are you looking for when it comes to startups working in the sections of AI and science?
Yeah, great question. I think on the infrastructure team in particular, we're probably the most excited by foundational technology. So in the realm of science, of course, we're always looking at foundational models being applied to certain domains of mathematics and certain fields of science. But beyond that, of course, we're looking at infrastructure layers, so platforms that people are building to enable scientific discovery, make sort of that process faster, reliable, and more cost-effective, all sort of areas that we're interested in.
Fantastic. Well, finally, which breakthroughs or problems areas in the AI for science do you think could create the most meaningful companies in the next 5 to 10 years?
Wow, well, there's definitely a lot. Maybe I'll just draw an example from today that we touched on, which is sort of the domain of modeling, specifically fluid modeling. We've been looking into sort of the general realm of computational fluid dynamics, where traditional solutions are quite costly and compute intensive, and we believe that AI has the sort of opportunity to disrupt that. And there's just so many sort of domains this can be applied to, whether it's around heat dissipation, aviation, and things like that. So we've been chatting with some companies and researchers building in that space, and always would love to meet more there.
Well, wonderful. And thank you so much for your insights. I'm very excited to continue this conversation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.